What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Blunderbuss79 over here at Established in 8-bit, and the patch notes are out right here at the bottom. What do we have here snuck in? Gorr improvements, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll go ahead and get right into it from the beginning. Let's take it from the top. Greetings, agents. This is Marvel Future Fight CM Fragment. Through the additional patch, Carnage, who has come even more vicious and fit for his name, will show new abilities. A tier 4 has been added for Carnage. Check out the new skills and powers of Carnage by downloading the patch 10.4. So let's go ahead and get down here. It's just letting us know it's going to be a rolling patch, and we get one new uniform. And yeah, they did add a 30% HP to his uniform effect right here, and they retain the over crit damage. And with this ultimate skill right here, you see that they got rid of the 50% damage proc, and they replaced it with the increased charge rate for the damage accumulation. So as soon as you pop this thing, damage accumulation is going to be ramped up to the max for 10 seconds. So this is huge. This is going to really ramp Carnage's damage through the roof. As you can see right here, they did change the leadership ability. Gave him applies to symbiote allies, debuff removal, and increase basic damage by 30% for 12 seconds on a 20-second cooldown. The symbiote passive, they actually gave him crit damage on this, so this is going to help him a lot. For those of us that don't have crit damage maxed out on our cards, that's going to be huge. And then he gave him guard break immunity that applies to self here on the tier 2 passive. I'm kind of wondering about that, and we'll get in that a little bit later. I mean, guard break immunity is fine and all, don't get me wrong, but you'll see what I'm talking about. I also gave him some paralysis that ignores immunity on the 2, and also an iframe ignore that wasn't there before on the 3. They did take away the super armor that he had. So maybe this is super armor that they moved right there and it's mistranslated. Because if you scroll down here to the artifact, you see that, I'm sorry, that's the tier 4. You see right here on the artifact, he has guard break immunity. And then the HP doesn't drop below 1%. So the null passive, the undead passive, Null has this, Wolverine has this, Hela has this on her artifact. It's basically the same thing, but they added guard break immunity. So I don't know if this one's super armor or if the other one's super armor, but that's probably what's going on there. And on the tier 4, he's gonna get HP equal to 10% of damage dealt. So he's going to recover HP based on the damage that he deals up to a certain amount, and then he's also going to increase the basic damage that he does by 25%, stacks up to 75% for 10 seconds. So that's really going to ramp his damage a lot. He retains the damage accumulation that he had on his 4. I believe they moved it to his 3rd skill, along with the ignored targeting. And he also has a couple of heals, 10% here on the 5 and 10% here on the 3 as well. So they're giving him quite a bit of survivability, along with that damage reduction that he has in his kit. And he's also got another frenzy buff here and 90% chance to penetrate everything on the 4. So looks like Carnage is going to have a pretty solid kit. But what's really overshadowing this Carnage uniform right about now is the improvements to Gorr that were not announced, that the community has been screaming about ever since Gorr came out, and it's only gotten louder with the whole nerf incoming to Incredible Hulk's tier 4. So this is absolutely great. Some skill effects of Gorr, Marvel Studios' Thor Love and Thunder have been improved. So this is absolutely nuts. He's getting a 40% increase to this attack buff right here. So that's great because it was only at 25% and they're increasing it to 40%. They're axing the penetration that he had on his second skill and they're moving it to the third skill and adding iframe ignore for a character that's going to be built on and this is the ultimate skill, by the way, but for a character that's going to be built on PvP, you absolutely have to have iframe ignore. So yeah, that with all the remove buffs from active target and coupling that with the penetration chance and bumping this damage from 72 to 80, I think it's hopefully it'll go a long way for the character. You see a lot of these other little buffs in here. Physical damage from 70% to 80%. The damage accumulation got increased, not in damage, but it got increased in time. So you'll be able to keep this thing up for longer because it's still 10% and 10%. It's still 1.2% and 1.2%. And they didn't change the way that it's applied either. So it's still based on damage dealt, not damage taken. And then down here on the 5th skill, they bumped it up, the physical damage on it, by 3%. So those are the Gorr buffs. We're gonna have to wait and see if this is gonna be enough. Maybe. So we're just gonna have to wait and see if all of these little small changes, I mean, going from 25 to 40% is huge. The iframe ignore is huge. Putting the penetration with it is also huge. But in terms of just the sheer damage, we're gonna have to see if the 2 seconds and the 3% and the 10% and the 7%, we're gonna have to wait and see if that's enough to bump his damage, because this thing here is only on the tier 3, right? And then the 2 seconds is huge. It's 2 seconds. That's not a short amount of time in a game like this, but hopefully it's enough to make Gorr what Gorr is supposed to be. Y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.